And we're good.
Welcome to Just Off the Plate. We are back. It is season 4, and it's going to be a good one. We're charging the mound. We're stealing bags. We're breaking bats. We're doing everything you need to do. It's Armando. My name is Cody. Joining us tonight, a two-timer, champion of the 35 and 40 and up league, Measha Williams. Measha, welcome to the show. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Doing good, man. How about you?
Pleasure to be here. Thank you. It's an honor. Finally to be here. It's an honor. You guys are doing some amazing things and getting some noise out in all of the leagues, and it's impressive. So thank you for having me.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
We do. We try. That's all we do is try. Right? That's all you can do.
That's all I can do. And luckily there's no competition, so nobody you can go to, right? You can't compare us to nobody, right? Like if there was another fucking Just Off the Plate, you'd be like, oh, actually their versus is better, you know? But since there's only one, and that's all they can compare us to is one. So.
At the same time, so I've played around in a few different states and a few different towns, and what it's done for just creating the atmosphere in the town, in the city, and the buzz, and even in between leagues and in between teams is that's the fun part.
Cool, man. Yeah, no, I appreciate you noticing that, because I mean it's true, man. I feel like you know, when I started, I got here into Houston 2006. There was only the Mexican League. That's all people knew about, right? And then I found out about Houston Hardball, and there was MABL, and then all kinds of stuff, and then there was Coastal, and it was like people really didn't know, like, oh, what do you mean you play in another league? I thought you just play in this league. No, I play in multiple leagues, right? And I remember being the anomaly, like there are not many people playing in multiple leagues. Now it's like everybody, like, oh, hey, where are you playing? They either look at the nice field or just see who you're playing with. And what I love about today's game is that today we're teammates. Tomorrow we're playing against each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we play with the Gamblers, right? But then on Saturday we're on different teams.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's fun, man. I think it's really cool.
Well, and you think about it, is we've played against each other since 2013, 14, maybe.
Yeah.
And this is the first year we've really had the opportunity to play together, side by side.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, and dude, we got a really good Gamblers is like a lot of old school cats, a lot of old school dudes, man. So I definitely enjoy getting invited onto that team, because there's just so many people.
Well, it's great all the connections you can make, right? When you meet all these guys throughout these different teams and different leagues, and ultimately you want to play with everybody, right? Well, most everybody.
Some people you want to play against. Well, let me get a couple of shout outs here real quick. We got Jordan, we got Bo Pedraza, we got Josh Wells in the house. We got Pedro. We got Pedro, right? There's Pedro right there, little Pete. We got Jordan.
Look at him taking cracks already, Coach.
What'd he say?
Coach taking cracks already.
He said some shit. He's talking.
Yeah, about the Yankees. Pedro, remember, that's how we met, buddy. That's how we met.
That's how you met. And then we got Mr. Hector Landon, El Maestro. We got Ronte. We got Mr. Rosas. What's up, Kyle? We got Rhino striking everybody out. You know, Rhino's always talking shit behind the plate. I would have hit, like, have you been back there when Rhino's back there, Jose? No. Jose, I used to play ball with Jose.
Jose?
Yeah, Rhino.
Where? Oh yeah, okay.
And fucking ball. If a ball goes by, he would have been. I would have swung at that. Like I would have hit that shit. Like, is that all you do with that ball? Like I would have done something better with that. So it's always fun playing, because you got friends on the opposite team. You got friends, on your team, and then sometimes you got umpires right behind you that are friends. You know.
See, I would see him mostly throwing the ball. Right, so he's going to give me the other story of, what I would have hit with that ball, where I would have put that ball.
Oh, yeah, of course.
How did he miss that ball? I would have yoked it. I get the other side.
Right, he would have said, like, if you'd have pitched that shit to me, man, I would have sent it 450.
It's so great to do that, like when you're not actually up there hitting, right? Yes. It's like a couch critic, hey, that's all you're going to do with that?
Well, dude, that was my mistake when I was catching. I made the mistake one time to think I can go catch. I bought some catcher's gear. And I didn't squeeze my glove, because I kept thinking that ball's coming down the middle. Well, why would it hit my glove? Like, why wouldn't you send it that way? Yeah. And not knowing that some guys would take a pitch or whatever, or to them it is another strike. And to me, I'm like, oh shit! Sometimes it hit my glove, I'd fall out because I wasn't prepared for it. So, depending where you play on the field, it's a different perspective, right?
Absolutely.
But man, I appreciate you recognizing it, man, and I hope everybody, like, most people that we talk to enjoy that what we do, and try to show the love, and try to do the live games. Because that's another thing. Like, where can you sit at home and just watch a live game? Amateur baseball. So
And it's not just the commitment you're making to this, right? Which season 4, episode 50.
50, yeah.
Right.
5-0.
5-0.
The commitment, as you mentioned, of being at these other leagues, other games. I mean, it's a commitment.
Yeah.
And the appreciation, hopefully, is by everyone that's watching it, seeing it,
Yeah.
talking about it, because it is a commitment that you guys are doing.
For sure. I mean, we're freezing our balls off at Coastal Classic.
Oh, my word.
Yes, it was very cold. But you can dress for that, and I certainly did. And
Yeah,
the
so
second
did I.
day, I was okay.
Yeah. No, you know what's funny? That was like, I think that was the first time where I wasn't jealous that I was not on the field. I was like, I'm good with that. I'm good back here, actually.
It's the first time I've ever had a fire in the dugout.
Yeah, is that a
First time. Never had a fire going in the dugout before.
And
But,
it's not one that you're looking to put out. You want to get it going as big as you can, right?
I think Josh. I think he was warming his bat up by that fire to get it going all the tournament long. He was on fire.
Oh man, dude, and yeah, that was funny, man. Watching, yeah, it's true. I think I did see a fire over there, man. But it was definitely cold.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not the kind of weather you think about. Hey, I want to play some baseball, especially not at that level. I mean, that was a very competitive tournament, which you guys did very well, man. I mean, USA did a really good job. I mean, considering the last kind of minute putting everybody together,
Oh, yeah.
but it was kind of a Houston all-star kind of team put together, that just like, well, damn, you got that guy, you got like, damn. So it's definitely fun seeing you guys in there, but it looks like so we got about 20 people here, man. It's Pete. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll say that Carlos. I don't know if Carlos is on,
I was
but
just-
he did a great job with that team, as you mentioned, last minute, and the talent that was on that field,
Yeah.
and going to the championship, and I think everyone in that dugout believes we could have won that championship.
Yeah.
We were in that game, we could have won, but it was just a talented squad, and everyone really, you put people together. It's hard. Will they mesh right away and understand their roles? There's a role. I know I'm a role player. There's roles. And it was a great job. It was a great job of a team coming together.
Right. I mean, there was definitely a lot of egos in there. So, yeah, I think for what it was, Carlos did a pretty good job of putting it together. Holding everybody together.
Well, that's what makes a great manager, right?
Yeah.
Managing those egos,
Yeah.
putting everybody where they need to be, and making sure they understand that.
Yeah. Yo, what's up,
That's how
Cameron?
you make it to the championship games, right?
I mean, and when I was talking to Carlos that day, I was just giving him my 2 cents of what some of the stuff that was going on. I kind of eventually told him, I said, dude, at the end of the day, you're fucking 20-time champion, whatever the fuck he is. Like, obviously, you've been in this situation more than I have, and you've succeeded at this situation more than I have. So just trust your gut. I mean, here's my 2 cents, but do whatever you want with it. At the end of the day, you've won a lot of games and you've done it, and you're not gonna win them all. You're gonna make some mistakes, man. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you've managed your team. I mean, you said you guys won the spring 30, right? Oh, 40. I'm sorry, 40.
Spring 40, spring 35,
Spring 35,
fall 40,
fall 40.
fall 35.
Okay,
Dude.
so I called you a 2-timer, and actually that was incorrect. A 4-time.
4 times.
2 leagues. Yeah.
Damn, Measha.
Nevertheless.
It was a good
So
year.
you're the thunder of that league, huh? I mean, I don't know.
Don't get Carlos going. Don't get Carlos.
I don't know how you're
going,
gonna take that as a compliment or as a diss.
True. I mean, Carlos and I do have different managerial styles. We know that, but it's, as you mentioned, it's being able to just bring a team together, and at least for me, I look at it as a family. I mean, baseball for me, ever since I graduated school, I've been playing men's league baseball for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
And it's a family. It's, some of my closest friends, when I go to weddings, kids' birthday parties, kind of all that stuff, it's usually tied to baseball somehow in that family. And yeah, it's an amazing bunch of guys. The Hurricanes is an amazing bunch of guys. And you try to play clean baseball, you try to do the right things on the field, but first I think is really tying it down with that family aspect and being there for each other and kind of growing from there. And it really has. This is the second year, I guess, of the Hurricanes. And it was a good year. It was a good year.
Miami Mike. Is Choice the only one that calls you that, or is that?
No, there's others. There's others out there.
Miami Mike.
Yep.
What's fun? So are you from over there? I mean, you went to college there, right? Is
I
that
went
right?
to college there.
I went to college there, but you're not from there, right?
No.
Oh yeah. What's kind of funny was I never thought about the Hurricanes and the U like that. I just thought, hey, just pick the Hurricanes, because most people sometimes there's a story, and sometimes there's not.
Yeah.
So I never thought about Miami until then. When he said Miami Mike, I'm like, oh shit. And then I went through your book, Facebook. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, he went to the U. So I was like, okay.
So not because of all the hurricanes we get here in Houston.
Right? It's coincidence when he starts coming
Exactly.
Right? I mean, because you can
brought him
easily say
over.
that,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I brought him over.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I'm still trying to wrap my mind. So you fucking won the 30. I mean, the 40 and the 35 in the spring, and the 40 and 35 in the fall.
We did.
So that's total domination in my book. Tell us, you only lost, what, 5 games?
5
Yeah,
games,
what's your record?
48-5 in total, counting playoffs. 48-5.
48-5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you're definitely running that. But the 35 is
So
the
I'll
first
say
year? 'Cause I know
35
that's a newer
was
league.
first year. The way we were actually planning the COVID season, for both 30 and 40, which is weeknights, 35 is weekends, was it's supposed to be an interim league until we started. We
Yeah, I
were supposed to
remember
start in
that.
May.
Yeah.
So they said it's going to be kind of a sprint 10-game season until that starts. Both seasons ended up meshing together, but it was the inaugural season last spring. They continued it into the fall because it was successful. So even in those 2 seasons, we've seen a big uptick in talent in teams and the players. The first season was interesting, I'll say. But I'm continuing to think that it's going to keep improving and getting better and better.
Sweet, man.
And 40 is competitive. It's to me, it's still an honor to be able to compete and win that division. You know, we went end to end with the Cyclones in the fall season. The Angels ended up being a comeback from behind last inning at Northland to take the spring. And they're always a solid team with Tony Moore and the guys they put out there.
Yeah. And you get to know these guys every season, right? You're like, hey, man, this is the team to beat. I'm sure you guys got a what do you call it? A target on your back, right? Because now you're the team to beat because you got it so many times, you know.
I always say the Angels are. I mean, they've won. You know, they're their old HBC from the 30 league. They've won a lot of championships through their years and years of being together. So I like to play the underdog card. Try to, got to keep the guys motivated.
Are they still the originals? I mean, there's still originals on there.
Yeah, there's still a lot. Man, the 30s moved up to 40s.
I think that'd be a good interview. Because I mean, I know when I started in HHL in 2013, 14, whatever, HBC was like, I think at the time they were the team, and they at that point hadn't lost in 2 seasons. Like they just like nobody could beat them, you know. I don't remember how far they went before they got their first loss in that time, but they were just a solid team, and they were a little bit older. I mean, we were like, some of us were like in the low 30s, you know, and they were 35 plus, you know, and they were just a solid team, man.
And I want to say, since I've been in 40, I want to say maybe 5 years, about 10 seasons, maybe 8 seasons, 9 seasons if you take out the COVID year, because that was just 1 season. They've probably won, out of those 10, they probably won 7 of them.
Wow.
6 of them before. I mean, they're the team to beat. I started off with the Legends up there. I saw Hector was on.
Legends.
So that's how I got introduced to that. Really, I was looking at it as a rehab to get back into 30 because I just had knee surgeries.
Yeah.
But Angels are. I still feel always the team to beat. That's who we build. That's who we build to beat.
Yeah, you definitely got the team. I haven't seen. I like to see. We have to go check out one of those games one day when you guys play the Angels. Let us know.
Yeah.
I definitely, if there's an opportunity to go, I'd like to see that because they were definitely a solid team. And you know, and that's what Houston's gonna have, right? You're gonna have the HBCs, you guys, the Hurricanes. You're gonna have the Thunder. You're gonna have the Ramones, the Hot Shots, all those teams that have a legacy. Right, they have a legacy that, like, hey man, they've been building, and you've had different people that have been on those teams, and it's kind of neat because I'm pretty sure 20 years from now we're still gonna be talking about some of these teams. Like, damn, that's the team still going. You know, that's team
and
still
they
going.
can. That's the great part about it is you can age with the team, and you just age with the league and the division.
Yeah.
We're all getting older. Let's move up in the division.
You look to that point. You look at the Yankees team that I first came in with. So 2012, I moved down from New York. They put me on the Yankees. I don't know if there's any coincidence
I was gonna ask
there.
you, is that on purpose or not?
I don't know. Banaski just said you're on the Yankees, and they had been together, I think, 20 years, 22 seasons. That team in total, and now they're all playing together on the Tigers up in the 55s, right? I mean, so they've been playing together for years and years. It's great.
And that's what we always say on the show, man. I mean, whatever day you want to play, whatever group you want to play in, whatever your talent's at, there's a league, there's a division for you. You know, I mean, you guys don't have to give up on life and play softball. You know, you can come play baseball for the rest of your life. You know,
You don't even have to rehab while playing softball. There's leagues where you can go rehab and, baseball.
That's for sure. I mean, there's just so much baseball in here in Houston, and I just love it, man. I just love the amount of baseball, and it seems like it's grown so much, man. And I mean, at one point we were kind of even seeing some teams starting to struggle because there were so many people playing on so many like other teams, and then when the championships and were overlap into other seasons, you would start to see like, okay, well, I'm not gonna play for this team today because either that game's more important or I got more loyalty to that other team. So you started seeing some of that. So it's
Where were you on Saturday?
I was here. No, I was there Saturday.
Where?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
right. Hey, you know what's funny? That's right. You know, Pete's the one that saved me, dude. Pete goes, because you know, obviously you guys don't know, play veteranos, Aztecas, and Pete goes, hey man, because I always just say yeah, because I'm always down to play. Like I'm gonna baseball's first and everything
You're
else.
not gonna check your schedule.
No.
Baseball, I'm in.
I mean, baseball, let's do it, right?
And explain it later.
Yeah.
Like so. Pete, when I seen him, Tuesday night we were fucking freezing.
Thursday night
Thursday night
at
freezing.
that scrimmage game against the Stealth.
Which was
Right.
which was a good game. It was
They got a
cold
good
as hell. It was yeah, they got a great team up there, but it was cold as hell. And I remember Pete going, "Hey man, you're not going to the Pirates game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." What do you mean? He goes, "Well, you said you're going to go to my game." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And he goes, "Well, yeah, ours is at 3, yours is at 5." I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, okay, I'm out." You know, I was like, I'm out. Which, because I had told Pete before, I'm like, hey man, I got to go to this. You know, I'm gonna go to Saturday first, and then I don't mind playing double headers. I love playing baseball, so I'll go play, there. And Pete does the same thing. Pete, I mean, shit, a lot of those. I mean, we do it. You do it. I do it.
Garcia showed up for 2 at bats, got 2 RBIs, and then took off to the Pirates.
Did he? Dude, that's all he needs, man. That dude's a beast, man. That dude's,
He's
Papi
phenomenal.
Chicken.
Is that why he didn't play the field? He just hit.
The only time I've ever seen Pedro play the field, and we're talking about Papi Chicken, is in tournaments.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only time I've seen him play the field.
You gotta come out to some Hurricanes. We get him out there.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, no, don't put me out there. I just want to hit, and he does that very well. So we're like, all right,
He does
cool.
that well.
He does that well. I mean, we can argue with that. Like, the guy hits, and and that's the thing, man. Like that I tell some of these younger guys is like, we're older, right? And we're still playing the game. We're still in that competitive level, and we're, some of these. I'll say, I won't say the name, but on my favorite line, because if you guys ever on younger teams, you get chastised, right? You're the older guy. Oh, you're the old guy. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? So there's a team up there on Sunday that's a little bit younger than me, and I stole third, right? Which is not very easy, but I stole third. I got third. A couple innings later, this young fella tried to steal third, and I said, my bad. I said, I'm sorry that I made it look easy and thought you could do it too. I said, okay, my apologies. Because the funny thing is, we were warming up, and I was throwing from like center field, trying to stretch my arm, and I'm like, man, they're making fun of me because I'm throwing pretty far. That guy goes, man, it's not that far. I'm 43. That's pretty far.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't even did that when I was younger. I'm like, my arm just felt good. So I said, okay. So that's why I had to take a shot at him. Like, all right, you want to talk some shit? I said, the old guy will show you what's up. So, but that keeps us going, man. That keeps us going. The competitiveness with the younger crowd, man.
Yeah, I guess you are older now, huh?
43, man. Just turned 43 a couple of weeks ago.
Over the break.
Over the break, man. Over from season 3 to season 4. So what do you think what do you think is your contribution or your success? What do you attribute that to?
How do you do it? How do you go 48-5? I think.
Yeah, 48-5.
Unexpected. Listen, it was unexpected. We want to build a team to compete. For us, kind of that model is the Angels, kind of like teams in the 30 right now. They're the Thunder. Okay, you got to take down the Thunder. And it was just it's finding a really good group of guys that work well together. And understanding expectations, right? Understanding if you have a larger than normal roster, larger than 9, all of a sudden you're having conversations with whether it's roles, playing time, whatever that is. And I think trying to set those goals before the season to understand, hey, look, whatever the team's goals are, ours were we want to compete. We're going to get you playing time all through the regular season, and whoever kind of wins their way on for playoffs, they're going to run it through, right? And then we're here to win. We're trying to win championships, and getting guys to buy into that. And you're going to get some that say, that's good and all, but it's not for me, or I want something else. But it worked out. It worked out in our favor this year. It's a good season.
Did because you even won with the Gamblers last year too.
It
was a good season for you. It was a good
year. I mean, starting off right, we started off with the Gamblers winning in Vegas, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then between the seasons here, USA going to the championship.
Right.
I mean, it was a good season. I'll give a shout out to the Braves too, but that was first season inaugural. We're rebuilding in the Saturday League. But yeah, it was overall it was a pretty good season. Even tournaments. I went to a tournament in Arizona. We went to the semifinals, and then we were in the tournament with the Gamblers in Florida. Really in a position to win. I mean, I think. You can always say that, but you look at how the pitching is lined up, and not just how you're doing in round robin play, but how you set up for those next playoff games in championship. Right. And we were set up with the guys and the arms that we had, and then the rain came. Because
that's what it comes down to, right? You can kind of see that with like when you have like the Coastal, right? Like how you set up your pitching, because like, hey. You want to play your best in the championship, but hey, you got to get to this. You got to be in this game to get to that game.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a strategy. It's definitely a strategy that you got to get to, especially in a tournament. It's kind of hard. You got to have a lot of arms. So you've played with different age groups. I mean, do you ever notice the difference between like the younger guys and then the older ones?
Of course. I mean, one, quickness. I mean, right off the bat, quickness when you're playing with the younger guys, right? I mean. We know you start losing a step here and there up the middle, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Maybe some velo on pitchers or catchers throwing down. But it was interesting because a lot of people forget about the offset of just knowing the game of baseball. And I think the Angels, again, at HBC is a great example of that. Is when I was playing with the Yankees starting off and then Oilers. In the 30 and up, you think, okay, we're going to run over this team, right? They're a little bit older team, right? We're in the 30s and they're 40, 45, and they were always in the games, if not winning them, because they play fundamental baseball. They know what to do in every situation. If they need to move somebody over, no questions asked, no signs. They know what to do. They're fielding the ball. They're throwing the ball like they should, and that's what they do in the 40 now. And the teams that they have in the 55, where a lot of the younger guys and what I've seen on, not all teams, definitely there's some great teams, great players out there, but some guys also just not knowing where to go with the ball, not knowing how to play situations.
Right. You know that age group are still doing that?
That surprised me on the Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, Saturday.
On the Saturday.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, we have this conversation all the time, right, Cody?
People slip through the cracks, right? Like you, somehow along the way you didn't learn this or you didn't learn that, or you just refuse to learn. Yep. You're going to be stubborn and do it however you want it, even though it's not the right way. Yeah.
Yeah. The one of the things I used to say when I was managing the Pirates, because I always ask somebody, "Hey man, what position you play?" And I'm sure you've asked that question a ton of times, right? And it's kind of a little bit of a red flag for me when the guy goes, I could play any position, right?
Wherever you need me.
Yeah, wherever you need me, right? Now, I'm not saying that there's not dudes out there like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there is, right? But that's a little bit of a red flag for me. Like, okay.
Well, yeah, because your experience, no, you cannot play anywhere,
you
right?
Cannot, right?
That's how it happens. That's how it turns out.
It turns out that way, right? Yeah. You could see it. And so now my rebuttal with that is like, no, I don't want you to just stand there with the glove. I need you to know who your cutoffs are. I need you to know in what situation where you need to be. I said, because that's important. It's not just catching the ball. It's not just catching a fly ball. You got to know where your cutoffs are. How many times have we seen outfielders throw behind the runner? Or how many times have you seen, I've had people where I've been playing short, and we got to play this guy who's going to leg out a double, and second baseman's not there because he doesn't think that the play's there. Had he been there, we got to play, Or they don't know that, hey, the guy's, it's going to be a double. I got to move over at shortstop so I can cut off from center to third, right? Because we're going to the plays at third. Hey, line up left, right, two, right, whatever. So it's not just I know where to play. It's like you got to know how to play the game.
Yeah, fundamentals keep you competitive and keep you to win games.
Yeah, I mean that's I think that's a big. I think mental when you're making mental mistakes, that's a big no. I mean, I think we could all agree like, hey, we're all gonna fucking launch one a little too far, spike one down, maybe not swing 3-0, shit like that. Probably you shouldn't when the guy's already walked 3 guys in front of you, right? So, but at the same time, the mental part is like we can only accept physical. The mental part is what's sometimes tough to swallow, and I gotta believe that's probably drives you crazy too as a manager, right? Like
very much so. I mean, I love fundamental baseball. I like kind of old school small ball kind of baseball. But yeah, when you give up those runs, I mean, you don't get them back. You have to create to get them back, right? And I mean, how many games have we all been involved with, especially when you start going to these tournaments or when you're in playoffs around here, that if you give up 1 or 2 extra runs, you're losing that game.
Yeah.
That's the difference in the game.
Yeah. We got Jimmy in the house, by the way. He says shout out to the old guys.
Big Jimmy.
The big unit.
There's a difference between throwing to the right guy and you make a bad throw, right? You're supposed to hit that guy and you make a bad throw. There's a difference between that and throwing to the wrong guy and making the right throw, right? Or making a good throw.
Making a good throw right to the wrong guy. Yeah.
So, it's about knowing what you're going to do with the ball before you get it, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. I think that's what I've definitely over the years, 43, I don't know how many years I've been playing baseball, but you've been playing a lot. I played a lot of baseball, and that's the key right there, knowing what to do with the ball. Because if you try to think about it,
as you're feeling it,
yeah,
It's too late.
Yeah. And it's going to show that, okay, you're processing. I see you on the field processing what you're going to do. You should have already thought about that. You should have already had, an answer of where you're going to go.
The one I always mess up, and it's embarrassing, is like how many outs when I'm on base. Like I messed up. No, I don't get doubled
That's what
up.
your base coach is for.
No, but I don't get doubled up. I just don't like, it's 2 outs. Like keep running. Like I don't do that. Now I've never really had to pay for that mistake of not knowing that there's 2 outs and the guy drops it and I could have scored kind of mistake. But it bothers me like, shit, I forgot there's 2 fucking outs.
What's going to happen this weekend now.
Right?
You're knocking on something.
By the way, I was watching the, were you at the Braves game?
No, because I was at Aztecas.
Yeah. That game was pretty good, man.
Loyalty.
it was a good game.
We see loyalty.
It was a good game. It was they got a new little arm and some new guys, new faces over there, and I mean they were up 4-3 or 5-4 at one point.
Yeah.
And, kind of 1 inning got away from it a little bit, but it was a good game.
It was a good game, man. I was really surprised on that, and that's to Adrian now is the coach over there, so that's speaks to him about how he put that team together.
I still got it, Adrian. Don't worry.
I still got the hat. You didn't toss it.
No.
Especially with they're playing the Marlins. The Marlins are stacked. Marlins is going to be
squad.
It's a good squad. It's a great squad. They're the team. They're a team that's looking very strong. They got Josh. They got Dominic. They got Eddie. They got Omar. I mean, they got a bunch of dudes. They got fucking Coulter. God damn, they got Coulter. He's a you play with him in the USA. He's a dope dude. I think Eric Yielding. I'm probably forgetting somebody, but they got a really good squad over there, and so for the Braves to keep up with them as long as they did, I think it speaks volumes.
Yeah, it's and I think they look at it as still a building process, right?
Sure.
It's a building process from last year, the first season, and building on into the fall, but continuing to make strides. I mean, these guys are out here it's Tuesday. They're out here at Stude Park, over off 10 and 45, right? A little city field tonight. Practicing, right?
Yeah.
Weeknight, what else are you going to do? Well, they're going to practice. They're going to try to get better, and they've been committed to that process for, coming up on a year now, which is awesome. A lot of guys just want to get out there and play, especially the younger guys, right? Just get out, show up. I'm signing up for Sunday League or Saturday League. That's it. And these good teams out there are going to run over you if you don't come prepared and prepare for game day.
Yeah, and that's respectable because that shows you want to get better. You're going to put in the time. You could use some work, and good things can happen after that. Yeah.
Well, one of the other thing I used to say to the guys when I was running the Pirates was like, hey, man, if all you play is on Saturday, okay, and this is the only time you bat, like, you're not going to get better. Like, it's not going to work. Like, you're going to need to put in the work during the week. I'm like, I'm not talking shit, but I'm like, dude, by the time I get to Saturday, I've already had a couple games in my belt, I have a couple bats in my belt. Plus, me and Cody, and at that time, and Omar would go to the D-bat. So it's like, dude, I've got enough repetition, up there that, hey, there's should be a positive outcome in my at bat. Not always. I mean, you can have fucking messed up games, but But to expect that, especially swing, like Cody would say, swing at the first fucking pitch. Well, if you swing at the first pitch and you might get 4 at bats, that's 4 pitches you saw, and then you gotta wait a whole another week to make your adjustment. So it's a thing that people commit, and you gotta love the game, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm talking shit because I'm not married, right? I could do it.
Real life is hard, right? When you got work, when you got that stuff, it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. But also the flip side of that is look at pros. The best there is at their level, playing 5, 6, sometimes 7 games a week, and they're still in the tunnel, hitting. Yeah. They're still taking BP.
Yep.
They're still fielding some balls at least 3 times a week. And if they're doing it, you better believe we should be doing it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the fundamentals, man. You just gotta go back to it, right? I mean, it's what are you doing to get better, and that's what it comes down to. And you could see where somebody like who was I talking to? So I was like, Corey, like we were playing Sunday, and he like smacked 2 like solid hits. And I was like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Well, he said he wasn't doing anything different. I don't know if I believe that, but he went from like not being a threat at the plate to like, "Hey man," like he was there. So you could see when some people's made some changes. I mean, we've seen a couple guys, Buckaloo, right? I mean, Buckaloo looked like he put in the work, which I think he plays Aviators.
If you guys know Mick was on the Braves their first season this spring. He's now on the Stealth. Okay, Mick, he came in kind of doing his thing, but Mick, no offense, but probably batting, 7th, 8th, 9th on the Braves team.
Yeah.
And we weren't a great team we were building, right? First season.
Yeah.
Now he's batting 2nd for the Stealth. The Stealth is a good team. They got good young guys. They got guys that can mash. In the 2 scrimmage games against us, I think he was 3 for 4 in the first game, maybe a couple hits in the second game, but it's the work he put in. He somehow, I don't know how, because he has a regular job. But he was at the cages. He's doing fielding. He's doing all these things. And a year later, it sounds like a lot of work, but a year later, night and day difference when you watch this guy, his presence at the plate, where his swing's going, where that ball's going, it's night and day difference.
I remember that guy. What's his last name?
Mick, what's your last name?
It's hard to pronounce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I remember. I think he pitched against us when he
he
pitched with you guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was good then, and
Sergio says Mick is a beast.
Yeah,
he's good.
And it does show. I mean, like even Serge. I mean, I Serge I'm always watching videos of him getting better. He's always practicing catching and hitting and stuff. So you can see from watching some of these guys' stories when they go that they go out there and they practice and they do it. And that's the only repetition. It's the only way to get better.
Well, and guess what? I'm going to call you guys out because you guys are highlighting a lot of this stuff now, right? Spotlighting the home runs, the big game pitching, all these things that guys are like, wait a minute, I got to put in work to keep up. I got to put in work to spotlight. Now they're doing the career stats or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that's going to drive, a lot of competitive of we got to get in the gym or we got to get into the cages and kind of those things? Oh, man.
Absolutely. You got to make the home run list here tonight,
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody wants to.
And I think that's right. I mean, because I try to highlight, because my thing when we started the show has always been, I never want to talk about MLB. Maybe once in a great while we'll sneak something in there, but I want to highlight just us, what we do out there, and I want to highlight the pitchers that do what they do, the hitters that do what they do, the defense that happens out there, the teams that keep on winning. Let's talk about those. Let's talk about the coaches that keep on winning. So it's like you said, highlighting and bringing that attention, and of course it drives, right? Because I remember people when we were, HPA was starting. When we started the show and people was talking, what HPA, and that was now at the time, but you're like, hey man, what's that? Was really? Oh no, Mexican League is where it's at, or Coastal's where it's at. And then you started seeing people slowly trying to come over, like, hey, you know what? This is actually good. Of course, it was good. And then when you bring the other guys that are good from the other leagues coming in there, it just elevates everything. And now you just get this cross pollination of different players. So all the leagues start to get better. Everything starts to get better.
Oh, yeah. And you've seen even teams go to like they're being Coastal and they're saying, wait, this is the best division in the Mexican Sunday League. Now I'm going over there to shoot for myself.
Exactly.
Or,
vice versa. Yeah. You'll see teams pick up and go. I mean, you've seen the Thunder, playing on Mexican League Sunday. You've seen the hot shots go from different. I mean, shoot, they went to Friday Night League. They did a Shit, they were doing it. That was crazy thing. They were doing it one fucking season. That was crazy right there.
Well, good teams want to play in competitive leagues, right? Otherwise, what's the point? It's not fun anymore.
No, it's not. It's not. If you're rolling over the teams, and that's why I would tell respectfully to Carlos, I'm like, dude, I want to beat you. I mean, as much as I would love to, be a Thunder, I'd rather play against you. We were making. By the way, dude, that was a big old thing last week because he was cutting everybody to make the 18-man roster.
This is the opening day number 50. Do we dare bring that up about the cuts? I don't know, but
man, that was funny.
It's a real thing when in men's league baseball you're now cutting players, right? I mean,
yeah.
And some real good ball players.
Yeah.
I mean, that you want to talk about teams trying to be competitive and compete.
Yeah.
Just got real.
It just got real.
and what kind of sucks is when you don't make that 18-man roster, you're like, damn,
Yeah.
And like you said, even if you cut from a good team like the Thunder, you're still probably better than most. So another team would love to come pick you up and take you up, but your ego gets bruised a little bit, right? Because you're like, hey man, like I couldn't even make 18. I gotta move somewhere else. So it's gonna be interesting in the 30 up division, and Carlos is the commissioner now, so we'll see how it goes. And from my understanding, that was his idea anyways, to make it an 18-man roster. So he himself knew he was gonna take a hit on that. So
and that goes to show you that he's not being selfish about it, right? Because I think he's the one that stands to lose the most, cutting it down to 18.
Exactly.
He does.
So you can appreciate that.
Yeah,
because
to try to put more people back into the league, right? Maybe another team,
I agree.
More competition.
That's what I think it was. It was sort of that, like, hey, because everybody. You got. I think you got two different type of players. You got people that want to be on the best team, and then you got other people that want to beat the best team, right? And so
because they were never a part of the best team, right?
Yeah.
Or if they get cut, right? Or they get cut from like, I'm coming for you.
Hey, dude.
Like Rick Vaughn, right?
Well, it kind of reminded me of that. That once it was the last season when we were playing the Braves. And a lot of our teammates were on the Braves, and they beat us. And I started laughing. I'm like, man, they got their revenge on us, man. Like, and it was crazy because you had fucking Paul, but they never fucking had maybe one or two base hits the whole season. This motherfucker, I think, went 2 for 2 or something like that with an RBI. Like, I'm going, what the?
I don't want to give it inside tips, but I think that game might have been circled the whole season of when it's coming up.
Yeah.
Hey,
you pitched that game.
Did you pitch that game?
Did he?
I thought you did.
I might have.
I think you pitched some.
I don't remember who pitched that game, but
was that at Northland?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. So it was. I'm sure it was circled, and it was cool. But I sat there laughing, looking at my team like, man,
if we win one game, it's gonna be this one.
That's the one.
But I think every team has that, right? Like you have like, hey, I got to beat this team. This is the team we want to beat. We all look forward to, man. But
and that's what makes it fun, right? The rivalries, and whether it's player rivalries, like we're talking about home run derbies over here, Jimmy. Whether we're talking about team rivalries, I mean that's what makes it fun.
Yeah. I mean it makes it's competitive. Mm-hmm. It's competitive, and like I said, what always makes me laugh is just one day you're a teammate, and the next day you're against each other. The next day, and you're still keeping it fun. You're still keeping it like
still friends.
I mean, look at that Diablos team in the championship. They could have won that. They were winning that game. They could have won that game. They had a great team out there.
Yeah.
Chris pitched his heart out, right? I mean, that was a fantastic game as a fan of baseball just to watch.
Exactly.
Heartbreaker because somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. Right. But I mean, that shows it's competitive. Anybody can win on any of these given days.
Yeah, no, and that's what
we say that all the time.
Exactly.
Any team can beat anybody.
Any team. If you don't come with your guys, watch out.
Watch out! I mean, when me and Cody were kind of running the Pirates, I would always say, dude, any game team can play anybody, and so I don't sleep on nobody. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, this team right here, no, I don't give a shit, because here's the thing, especially if it's I'm not gonna name names, but if it's a shitty team, they have everything to win, right? Mm-hmm. Because they're already supposed to lose, right? And so if you lose to them, the whole league's gonna give you shit over there, right? Like, you lost to them? How you can lose to them? Like, yeah, I don't know either, but we did.
It's like added pressure, really, if you think about it. Well, we have to win this. We can't lose it. We can't give them their first victory.
I'll tell you, when we were going through 35 in the spring, talking about that pressure, so we went undefeated in the regular season, and we're like, what just happened, right? Because in the 40s we weren't doing that. What just happened? And talk about that added pressure, because they're a single elimination in the playoffs. are you going to get your one loss in the playoffs and then the whole, what does undefeated mean? Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, it is pressure. And you're facing those teams that you're like, oh, you're expected to win. We still got to go perform. You still got to
100%.
show up and bring it.
Well, that's what happened to us last season. Last season, we only lost one game, and we had a good team.
Yeah.
And then we got eliminated the first round of playoffs. So, like you said, what does undefeated mean? It doesn't mean shit. Like, I want to win the championship. I can give a shit. I can give
Regular
it.
season,
I think Coach Chael from the Argos said it best. He said, like, man, I just want to make enough to get in, even though he fucking will lose like either no games or one game at the most, his season. He goes, I just care about getting in. Nobody's hurt, everybody's fresh. Let's get in, and then we start playing the real deal. And it's smart. I mean, there's a strategy, because sometimes I think we let our egos get in. We want to go undefeated because that is cool, right? That is cool, but same time, it almost doesn't really matter. The real thing is to get the championship. And like you said, the Diablos games, right? Like that Diablo game, I think that was already the second time they lost in a walk-off. Oh, wait, did it? Was this one?
Yeah, it was the second one.
Yeah.
At the championship game, right?
Yeah. Because we saw the one over there at Spring Spirit, I think the season before, and then this one.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and they were up.
It's tough to lose like that twice.
Oh, yeah.
Twice. What the hell was that? Oh, that was, I think somebody sent me a message. But okay. So we covered. Anything else you want to say about them Hurricanes?
Man,
they're going to keep rolling. It sounds like
the storm's coming. The storm's coming.
The storm is coming.
We're excited for this next season coming up, right? We know in both leagues there's new teams coming in. We know new teams are coming prepared. The draft's coming up this Thursday for midweek, and Sunday for
30 and 40.
Yeah, 30 and 40 is Thursday at Schwartz, and then on Sunday it's 35 at Meyer Park. So we're excited. There's pressure, right? There's kind of, you talk about that target on the back. I like to push it away and say, hey, this target's the Angels or the Cyclones, or
put it on somebody else.
It's not us, but
it's a good strategy.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. In the 40 plus, we have another ex-pro that's joining the league to come pitch.
I heard that. Who was that?
Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy Morgan, right?
McGrady.
Oh, McGrady. I'm sorry, Morgan.
Tracy Morgan's going to tell you some jokes.
Yeah, no shit.
That fastball.
Hey, he would be a good teammate, honestly.
He'd keep you laughing.
I would love that.
Yes, we got Tracy McGrady joining the league. He played. Most of them know from basketball, but he pitched down to Skeeters.
Yeah.
I wonder.
T-Mac.
He might have spent some time at the same time Joseph was down there. We'll have to find that out. He could have been there at the same time. I think he's there at the same time Clemens was too.
I think it was because Clemens went in there for like one.
Yeah, and I think he was there. So
he's
in the 40 this year with an expansion team up there. So between him, Tony Moore, there's some competition. So we got to show up. But we're excited.
Yeah, definitely keep us posted, man. I definitely want to go see some good games. Especially we didn't get a chance to get any 40 and up. Championship games. That'd be one that I definitely like to go see. This season. So just keep us posted on that, and that way. Like I said, when I see you guys post shit up, I try to share it as much as I can to give, people know that there's not just 18 and up. You got age levels, divisions, and 40 is definitely competitive. It does its thing.
It's competitive. It's competitive. And this season is the season of the Orange Crush. So more to come on that. But Orange Crush is coming.
And the stats are nice, because when we hear about this is a good game and we don't see it, we can't watch it. It's nice to look at the book, look at the stats, and you can kind of play the game out in your mind. And I know HHL struggled with that a little bit because I try to look and see how did they get shut out? Was it pitching? Errors? What happened? And we like to see that. We can kind of see the game unfold, but sometimes it's lacking.
How's it in the 40 now? Do they keep up with the stats up there?
So it's not great, but I think it's Houston hardball kind of what it's been. So coming down from New York, every game had stats. So this is right. I came down from Siegler. I came down from Siegler leagues where he created basically MABL, MSBL. So everything we have national, these tournaments, that was him out of the garage out of Long Island, New York. So I started out in his leagues and in a league with my friend Mitch Miles, and then now Timmy kind of took that over, but in New Jersey. But stats are a huge thing. and guys love them. I mean, guys would want to see that, not just the season stats, but let me go back 3 seasons ago and see what our team did or what I'm doing. See those career stats,
right.
Season after season after season. I've seen guys that haven't left a league for a better league or a cheaper league because of the stats.
Right.
Because they're like, well, I've been in there, 5 years now. It's a lot of games. I'm about to get my, 100th run scored or whatever it is. When we were up there with my team up there was the Blue Jays. So shout out to the Blue Jays. I think 5-6 championships in. It's been a good squad.
In New York, right?
In New Jersey.
In
New Jersey. But we would give out, your 100th hit, game ball or 100th strikeout. We'd follow these things during the season, which was kind of a career, item for a person. And we would track that and give them out a game ball when they hit that or their 100th hit or whatever it was. So coming down here, it was a big shock that, they would kind of, it seemed like jump around from app to app, right? And because of that, you're losing history, or it might be the data. Maybe they just can't store it. Like I already can't go back and look at spring 2001. It's gone. I can't even see our team's records, right? So I personally use something called Scorebook. Scorebook's going away, but I liked it because it keeps all that career stuff. So all of our games always had stats, had kind of the whole lines. I like players to see. That's how we had MVP awards or Cy Youngs, right? I'm big on being able to recognize we're a team, family first, team first, kind of no name on the back kind of team. But at the end of the season, it's fun to give out, just have a kind of a team dinner or whatever, and give out some funny awards, give out some real awards, and kind of do that. But you need stats to be able to do that.
Yeah, I agree. The platform has changed. The platform, it's set up nicely, but it's just nothing gets inputted into the system. So there's a disconnect there.
Well, it goes back to, when we've talked about this because, we've played in different leagues, right? There's a lot of guys like to keep a paper book. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as you input it into the website. And I think, like we were talking about, what that canceled game we had with the Aztecas out there, we sat there BSing, talking about stuff. And
unless there's wives watching, then it was I think it was a no hitter.
It was no hitter by Pedro. That's right. No hitter by Pedro. Another no hitter by Pedro. But you have it's like you said, it's nice to go back because I even wondered myself because I played in so many like games just in different. I would love to have. I wish I would have had the foresight to even find something to keep all my stats because I'm like, man, how many at bats did I have? What was my career average? How many stolen bases do I have? How many this, that, the other? There's nothing. It's all right here, and that's what motivated me to video my game. So then it's like when I'm old and I'm like, damn, I used to run like that. Oh man, I used to hit like that. Oh, that's cool. And then part of what this show was to highlight other people, like to say, hey man, oh you did you had a no hitter, or you won 2 championships, you won 4 championships, you dominated, stuff like that. Like I that's part of what this show and what I wanted and what I believe is important with stats, like you said. And it's like if we don't. The coaches don't take the time to put the stats in, I mean, it's good to have it on paper, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's only in that book. Like, the book gets wet, hurricanes, all the flooding we have. I mean, the history is lost, but you keep it on a website somewhere, and it's there. And I think some people will say, hey, I don't care about stats, but you kind of do care about stats. You kind of know where you're at.
Honestly, even I feel, even the guys that don't care about stats, that aren't the stat trackers through the season, right? If after 4 years, whatever, you come up to them and you say, hey, you just stole your 100th base, and give them something. Or you say, you just had your 100th single, whatever, and give them something. Jimmy, 100th home run, right? Whatever it is. That means something. They're like, wow. And they're going to take that, they're going to put on a mantle, they're going to do something.
Right.
Even if they're not the regular day in, day out stat chasers.
Exactly. Yeah. I totally agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, they said they don't care, but there is some sort of recognition that you want to have. Like, hey, I didn't realize, I was...
history.
It's history.
Even, going back and remembering a fun game, right? I mean, I can go back, I want to say 2004, 2005, but I could go to the site. And at the time, the Blue Jays, our biggest rival, one of the biggest rivals, was the Bulldogs. And I can go back to that game and watch what we did back-to-back suicide squeezes to tie the game and win the game in a championship. That's fun, right? To go back and, with some old buddies, I'll toss that around, take a screenshot of it and show it. And, you get good laughs, but it's that history and
And it's a history that's not just in your head, right?
Yeah.
You could prove it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just, I'm not bullshitting you. Here it is. I mean, I think it's really important, and I think that people need to put more emphasis into that. I mean, hence why this season Adam for HBA came out with the league records now. So now now you got a history for all the MVPs, you got the history for all the championship teams, but then now you got personal stats, like who's had in a single season, who's had the many hits,
RBI leader,
RBIs,
runs leader.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
that's
now
awesome.
you got people out there that, man, are gunning for that. Hey, what's up, Juan? He said
VHS.
he said VHS taste. Dude, some of these guys don't know what the fuck VHS is.
VHS.
Dude, I was making a Franz reference to somebody. And I'm like, hey, did you even know who the Fonz is? And he's like, who? I'm like, never mind, man. You're too young for that, man.
Got to get him a leather jacket.
Right? Because he was trying to open up the cabinet, and then he finally like banged it, and then he was like, I go, you know who the Fonz is? He said, I hate it. It's the move, right? That's the
move.
Fonz. So, but hey, man, that's cool. I mean, I'm congratulations to you guys, man, and of course, you put together a good team. Obviously, the players got to put it together, but also the manager and the time, right? Because sometimes people forget, man. The manager is the player just shows up, right? He shows up, does his thing, right? But the manager's already thinking about how the game's gonna go. Yeah. Hey, are you here? Are you coming? Hey, pitcher, are you coming? Catcher, are you coming?
Chasing grown, man.
Chasing, and that's why I quit. That's why I quit that shit. I hate chasing grown.
Well,
man.
and I never expected to have two. I wasn't expecting to have one, right? I mean, I did that for years in New Jersey, and I came down here. I'm like, I just want to play.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do is play. And it ended up kind of just happening with the Legends, and then we became Hurricanes. But it was supposed to be one team, right? There's supposed to be that transition between 35, what we played, season ended, and then we go to 40. And instead, there's a lot of crossover. And then like, oh, we're going to do another season, and the guys want to keep going. I'm like, well, guys want to play. We got to keep doing it. But it was never the plan.
Right. It worked out good, man. Shoot, it goes down in history. You got, it was the season of the Hurricanes, man. I mean, they were just dominating. That's pretty cool, man.
Whatever you're doing, I'd say keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing just ride this wave as long as you can.
Exactly.
keep you coming back to the show, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
You gotta outguest Carlos. Carlos keeps coming back every time he wins. He comes on. So
Carlos is the target, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's for Houston hardball at least. Between him and we have to find out how many the Angels HBC have.
Yeah, it'd be good,
Coach
man.
Mike over there, but Carlos is the goal, the golden standard.
And here's the thing, man. And it's like, we were talking about 30 because that's what we would play. But I'm not. It's like I want to highlight everybody, man. And sometimes it's just hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we talk about it. If you're the plug into like I'm gonna look at you for my plug for the 30, for the 40 and the 35. Like you feed me, I'm gonna put it out there. It's like I'm not. Specifically pushing nobody up, even though I don't play in that league. It's like, no, man, I want to talk about baseball. You got baseball, talking about men's baseball? Let's talk about it. Let's highlight it. Let's see what's going on over there. So like we try to highlight every team we can, talk about every league we can. But 35 and 40 was always being kind of an enigma for us. Cody would sometimes try to find the scores and talk about it, but like you said, there wasn't much here.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You try, all you see is scores and stats. Like I said, they tell a story.
Yeah.
And that's what we were looking for.
Yeah, we're trying to highlight. Hey, man, this guy had so many Ks. Oh, look at it, 2 home runs, whatever. And like another one that I'm kind of missing is the 18 and up.
But really, it was all about Hurricanes. Like, well, Hurricanes are still in first. They're still in first. They're still in first.
Ditto from last week.
They didn't change. From week 2, it stayed the same.
Dominating.
1 through what 5? 1 through 5, it just stayed in order.
Did you pitch a lot?
Not as much as I'd like to. I mean, I love throwing.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I am, definitely I want to get the guys in and get the work in.
What's your favorite pitch?
Yeah. Splitter.
Oh
yeah.
Is that your go-to strikeout pitch?
It depends who's catching, honestly. Like this past weekend with Manny catching, I've never thrown so many fastballs since I was young. I mean, 5 out of every 6 pitches.
Many.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For Azteca.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends who's catching.
And you ever shake them off?
No.
Whatever you say.
Rarely would I shake my catchers off. Then I don't have anybody to blame.
Right, that's true, dude.
Pitcher's got to blame somebody, right? Not his own pitch.
Oh man. Cody, you want to get into the scores or what?
Yeah, I think we should to appease Bo here.
Okay, Bo. Bo's like, where's the score?
So HBA opening weekend, right?
HBA, yeah.
We're still in winter, but hey, it's opening weekend.
Yeah.
And this league is growing, right?
Big
So
time.
I was looking at the teams, the umbrella that is HBA, which you got Sunday, Saturday, and the hardball.
Yeah,
365, right?
Yep, 365.
30 teams
Altogether?
altogether, right? You know who else has 30 teams? MLB. So there's 15 games, right? Yeah, so almost like a MLB opening day.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
30
That's
teams
true.
playing.
That's,
Yeah,
that's a lot of
15
games to manage, yeah, man.
So a lot going on. Let's start with Saturday. Ironbirds and Twins, 15-1. Ironbirds over the Twins.
Wow, that's a tough start for the Twins, man.
Yeah, they got a good team. They'll be better. They'll get better. Not that they're not better, but you know it's opening weekend, right? You learn some things, move some guys around.
By the way, I put a meme out there, like, said something like, hey, some of you guys didn't practice in the off season, and it shows. These scores fucking show it. Because I mean, some of these were like, God damn, what the fuck's going on here?
And the Ironbirds are good. You know, they've always had a decent team.
They're a good team, yeah. So obviously, yeah, Hunter puts a good team together.
Yeah, I know we talked about this game already. The Marlins beat the Braves 8-4. Another good game. You know, you wouldn't expect that score when you see those two matchups.
And it was close. It was close late into the game. Right?
Yeah, it was. No, it
Yeah.
was. Again, it was one of those, like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to the Braves, but it was just I didn't expect that, and I was like, man, this turned out good. But that's what you want, competitive baseball.
So you won.
Yeah.
And we did have a home run in that game, Brett Davies.
Yeah, not surprised there.
Right?
Damn,
Nope.
Brett, man.
Colt 45 beat the Shooters 7-1. Shooters, I don't know much about them. It's a new team.
New expansion team, yeah.
I want to say it's a bunch of young guys from up north, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or I could be making that up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who they're. I just met the coach, I think, a couple of weeks ago in the managers meeting. But it's a new team, man. More teams. The league is growing.
Yeah, 14 teams. Padres and Redbirds. Pitching duel that was. I mean, you look at that. That's a good game. 3-2.
3-2.
Oh,
Wow.
Redbirds, yeah, over the Padres.
That was a good game.
Tim pitched. He did his thing, as he normally does. I think he ended up with 12 strikeouts.
That's it. Nah. Hey, dude, you know what's funny is when you see, with Tim, he's a dominant pitcher, so you expect a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah.
Jimmy, home run hitter. He don't hit. So it's like one of those things. Like they set the bar so high. Like if you don't get that, you're like, oh man, forget about that. Even though that's still better than average, I just like to mess with them guys because they're very competitive.
You see Joseph pitch a complete game and have 12 strikeouts. You say, what was wrong with him today?
Yeah.
Was it an off day? What happened?
But yeah, 13 Ks, but 0 walks.
Perfect.
With we talking about Tim, right?
That.
Yeah, Tim.
Tim's a good. Tim can spot it, man.
And I'm showing a 0 ERA, so I don't know if those were earned or not. They could have been or unearned.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had a complete game. Thomas Roselle, he pitched for the Padres. He had a complete game. He had 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 runs. Yeah, so it was. It must have been tight.
Man, that was a good game.
Yeah, for sure.
And you said the Redbirds pulled it off, right?
Yes, 3-2. And then that takes us to the Pirates over the Hellcats, 16-0. Yeah, it was. It's tough. It's tough when you got to draft 9 or 10 guys at the draft.
Yeah.
It might take you a few games to figure it out.
It does, man.
So I feel for Colin. But he's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, he definitely got his work cut out for him. But I mean, I talked to Colin afterwards. Like he said, man, they had to draft a lot of players and stuff. And I mean, it was a. Even though the score didn't really reflect it, what was kind of bad about it, at least selfishly from our side, is that Chris Bertulli.
Well, that's what I was about to say. It wasn't just that. It was Chris had a really good game. He had 13 Ks and he had a one hitter. Right?
A one hitter, man.
Yeah, a one hitter.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me how the hit went. Tell me his early leadoff batter. Not that you guys were deep in the game.
It was very late in the game. I want to say like 6th inning.
Yeah, dude.
And it was a grounder up the middle. could have maybe been played, could not. It's tough. It was a tough play.
I really think that if Ralph would have made it, like caught it, I don't think he would have made the play because it was very deep. Like he had to go deep, almost into the edge of the grass to make that, backhand, and the guy would have to run really slow, and it would have to be just perfect. And I really think it was an earned base hit. It was an earned base hit.
Oh yeah, definitely not an error by any means.
Yeah.
But if you're shading to the bag, if you're behind the bag, you make that play.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. But why would you do that?
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like when you have a game like that with 13 Ks, the defense is like you're just sitting back there like not doing anything. Like hey, I guess we don't. At one point I looked at Chris. I'm like, dude, do you even need me by second base? I mean, like I just throw my glove out there. Like what's the point?
He didn't need anybody in the outfield. I didn't get a single ball in left or center. Yeah, I think they got one to right, but
the guy was dealing, man. And the interesting part about that game is we ended it with the hidden ball trick.
No, come on.
Yeah.
At first base?
The hit. It was that hit. Right?
No. It was one before. It was after that.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was that was a clean hit, right? That was a clean hit right there, right? And then a couple batters later, the guy hits it, and Chris theoretically should have fielded it and got the guy out of first, but it hit his glove and it went off his glove, and then I was playing kind of by second, deep, so I had to run up. And it was like pick up the ball, and then when I went to throw, the guy was already there. Like it's like his foot was about to come down. So I went ahead and threw it anyways. It got past first base, right? He grabs the ball and then just holds on. He just holds on to it, and Chris just walks around the the mound. Guy walks up, boom, game over.
Oh no!
So it was
that kind of night.
Yeah.
I mean, we won, but it came at a cost. We both got hit. He broke 2 bats.
Dude,
that's a game.
Yeah. Hey, I never fucking break bats. Like I gone seasons without break bats, and I broke 2 in the same fucking game. I was so mad, dude. It was a very expensive game. One of the guy goes, one of the spectators goes, "Man, that's what, about almost $200?" Like I go, "Yeah, you're right there, man. You're right there. Like I don't spend that much money on my bats, and you're right there where I was." And I was like, man, so. Yeah, hey, Tim Jones joined. He said, "Yeah, it was unearned."
So did he end up retiring everybody in order? If you got that out? Or did he have any walks?
Did he?
He did not have a walk. Pretty sure he didn't.
Yeah.
I can tell you that here momentarily.
Because, I mean, that's a feat. If
no walks.
Retired everyone, right?
Yeah.
The minimum? If you retired the minimum.
Oh, yeah. He was facing the minimum.
Wow.
Yeah, because he was.
How many innings did he throw?
7.
Yeah,
it was a complete game.
It was a complete game, yeah. I mean, it just wasn't. I mean, it was just. And then what's messed up is like, you're not supposed to talk about the no hitter, right? But it's like you start to think like, man, had I maybe ran towards that one, could I have got it? Yeah. Had I been thinking about it being a no hitter, someone say, hey, man, it's a no hitter, so fucking die for everything. Like no,
everything.
You
Balls
should,
out.
Here's the thing, you should always play that way. But when you're going 16-0, you're just like, well, I mean, when one gets by with whatever, right?
Yeah.
But no hitter, like, hey man, like you got to do everything you can to protect that, especially for the pitcher, because you don't see that a lot. I mean, opening day, 16, 0, 13 Ks, and have a no hitter on the first opening date. I mean, that's something to talk about. That's something to talk about, right? Like, something you look at the books at, like, hey, check this out,
Do you know if he's ever had one?
I gotta believe Chris has probably had some shit like that. I don't know. I'd have to ask.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good pitcher. You see that on the
pitcher.
Diablos.
He's a great pitcher.
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
The Aviators beat the Avengers 5-2.
Hey, what's that again?
Aviators beat the Avengers 5-2.
Wow.
So, Aviators, they're a good team. They've always been decent. They've had so many one-run losses, and I think they're just getting over that
season
hump.
they had so many of those.
And I think they're going to be a good team.
Well, Buckaloo's hitting the way he's been hit, man. Shit.
Right. And then we get to the defending champion, Cyclones, who lost to the Rangers 7-2.
Hey, Kyle's trying to get the inside scoop. Hey, who's pitching for y'all? That's a secret, man. Don't say nothing, Ballard.
So Rangers, a lot of the Pelican guys, right? Jose pointed out there was 24 Ks between both teams.
Wow.
Yeah, so lots of strikeouts. Yeah, each had 12 Ks each team.
Man.
3 pitchers for the Cyclones, 2 for the Rangers.
See, that's almost kind of what I was saying. Is like I feel like there was a lot of us weren't really working out in the wintertime because I mean I'm not taking nothing away from the pitchers, but you know what I mean. Like, that's
Yes,
a
you
lot
are.
of Ks.
Yes, you
Yeah.
That's how I am. I'm
Yeah.
shitting on
That's
pitchers.
what always happens in spring training too in the bigs, right? They're like, oh, the hitters have to catch up to them. The timing has to catch up.
All the excuses for the hitters, right?
You know how long these pitchers have to throw to get their arms ready, you know?
Oh man,
All those long tosses.
that's probably why I get hit so much, man.
But it looks like maybe errors cost the Cyclones the game because they have 5 errors. Over
Yeah, which is-
0
which
for the
is-
Rangers,
which
you know, that's
is-
going to do it every time
Yeah.
when you're playing a good team.
And errors will do it to you, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not a very common thing for the Cyclones. I
Yeah.
mean, they usually don't commit that many errors at all. You know.
But that's nothing to be said about them because I think they lost the first 2 games last season and then won the championship. So you know that goes back to what we talked about earlier. Hey, let's go ahead and get some losses before we get to the playoffs. You know,
Yeah.
that way we're our heads in the right place and we can do better. We can play better and win some games.
Yeah.
Sunday League.
Sunday.
League. So 6 teams there.
Is it 6 or I think it's 5, and then Coastal's 6, we'll talk about that. I think.
So Coastal makes the 6th team.
I believe.
Because they played interleague this
Yes,
weekend, right?
this will be
Yeah.
the first. This will be
Yeah.
the first season, so I'll get into that. We'll talk about that because that's going to be interesting too, man. To have this is the first time. I think we only have 5, and then I think the 5 HBA teams, and what we're doing is playing. We're playing one team from Coastal, and it's not the same one. It's different ones, you know.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it'll kind of be. You know, like, hey, you kind of testing each other, right? Like, hey, let's
Yeah.
see what HB is about. Let me
I
see.
heard there's already talk between the two, you know, saying, "Oh, you can't beat this league, and
Yeah,
no, you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
beat us."
Exactly, and that's what the talk. Actually, this field, this show
Yeah.
has fueled, and also, you know, of course, if you keep up, if you don't keep up with the Best Baseball in Houston page, because there's a lot of shit talking there, and there's a lot of that goes on. That hey, no, you know, if you were in my league, we'd beat you. So, but it's like Dre said, it's different teams every week, so it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be interesting.
So 29 teams in HBA, not 30.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that what you're
Right.
counting? Okay.
It just threw off my whole little thing there.
I'll go back and edit it.
So the first game is you guys, Cyclones and the Naturals, which we caught the end of. Went into extra innings. You guys walked it off 4-3.
4-3, man. It was a good game. It was a great game.
Yeah, it's spring spirit nonetheless.
Yeah.
The Coastal team did beat the Bobcats 9-5. Who are the Bobcats? Do you know?
It's a new expansion team.
Okay.
So I don't really know their. Oh, you on them or what?
Got my stealth hat ready. to
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Got
Hey,
my stealth hat
we
ready
are
to
gonna
go.
play, right? We are gonna play each other then, huh? You're gonna tell. I think the South has a game with HBA, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, we just did this past.
No, yeah, for the gamble. Oh, so who'd you guys play this week? No. Bobcat oh yeah, that's right. They played the Bobcats. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a home run in your game.
Yeah, there was. I forgot his name.
Anthony Onsty?
Onsty. Yeah, Onsty.
Onsty?
I don't know.
Sorry if I jacked it up, but yeah, he hit a home run. And we said his name before, so we know he's a good hitter.
Yeah, he's a good hitter, and he you know, that definitely changed the game. I mean, you had Eddie that hit a double that tied up the game. Eddie Beret, and so it was a tight game. It was a tight game. We were 0-0 for many innings, and you know, we had to go into California rule, man, and it was definitely it was a great game, man. I definitely enjoyed it.
And then the Yard Goats over the Aces 10-1.
Yeah, which
is no surprise.
no surprise with the Yard Goats. How did Raul do? Because I think he pitched, right?
Especially when they had 3 homers. One guy hit 2.
Wow.
On the Yard Goats?
Yeah, Charlie Warren had 2, and our boy Josh Booth went yard also.
God dang it, man.
Yep.
Base, man. That's a game that we gotta see, man. Whenever Stealth plays like the Yard Goats, that's gonna be a good game there. Which We had fun playing them with the gamblers, man.
2 good games.
Yeah,
2 good games.
2 good games.
So you guys play the Bobcats next Sunday. Stealth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hardball 365. Yes.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Let's keep on rolling. We
Let's
might
keep
as well because this league has grown.
Heck yeah.
We got 8 teams, 10 teams actually.
Yeah, it's grown, man. It
Yeah.
went from
What
like,
field are they playing at?
dude, they were playing. They're playing all the fields.
Yeah,
The regular ones?
Spring Spirit. Yeah, Mall.
Schwartz. They play
Okay.
Schwartz too.
We're starting to incorporate the Veterans Park, Pearland. It's in Pearland. It's actually Pearland Rec Center
Okay.
off of Veterans Drive. We played there a couple seasons ago, maybe
yeah,
even longer.
yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
while. It's been a while, but they're playing some games there too, and then I saw Schwartz.
Yeah.
But the Aztecas, which is we play on that team, and that's run by Xavier, right? That plays on the Cyclones, and it plays on the Panthers 30 and up. Another baller that plays everywhere. And I remember going to playing, because we played earlier that game with the Cyclones. And I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "Man, not Saturday teams barely get to play here on Spring Spirit. Spring Spirit's
Yeah.
all turf. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
beautiful
It's
fucking
beautiful.
field, right?" And I said, "Opening day, you motherfuckers get to play it right here." I said, "Dude, you guys didn't get spoiled." And when I talked to some of when I talked to both teams, they were like excited, like, "Man, this is a nice field. I've
Yeah.
never played,
Yeah.
here, all turf, and it was great, and it was just, it was cool." So
Well, when you look at the schedule, I think there's only one other game at Spring Spirit, and then
that's it.
Welcome to Schwartz.
Yeah.
well, exactly. But still, I mean, to have one game there, I mean, it's I mean,
Well, I think there's going to be 2 overall, but you appreciate it every time you do it. So.
Oh, yeah, I know I do.
2's better than nothing. So.
I mean, a lot of people don't like turf. You like turf, Measha?
No.
No? Why? Because the pitching, hitting, about fielding.
No pitcher.
Because the pitcher.
That ball's going faster than my fielders. Well, I mean, honestly, playing, even if I'm fielding the ball, I mean, turf, you get some, clean hops. You can read it better. I just like being on that grass and the dirt and the natural old school feel, I guess.
Yeah, there's nothing like it, right?
If you get a good field. Now, you
Yeah.
come and give me Spring Spirit or Schwartz. I'm on Spring Spirit all day.
Yeah.
But,
so I've grown to like the Springs, turf because of a couple reasons. And I'm only talking the infield, right? Because you get the true hops.
Mhm.
There's no more like, hey, it took a dip this way, took a dip. It does come a little harder, but I kind of like it because you get the ball out quicker. But it's true hops. Like you're not like pulling your head. You're not doing any of that shit because
It's a
we're
different game, too. You can play deeper because you can play that turf hop to first.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now it is tougher on the outfield because especially since it's so huge
Mhm.
that you drop one in there, it's gonna keep
It's
going.
scooting.
It's
Yeah.
scooting.
Yeah.
And if you get it close enough to the fence, it's gonna bounce over. It has because it's all all turf. So
And
now
it's also dangerous too.
there is
'Cause if you're not used to it, you could hurt yourself, which is exactly what happened in the Aztecas game with the Derricks. One guy slid into second, and I think he may have overslid and drug his leg, and somebody said he heard a pop, and they had to help him off the field. So
I
hopefully
did
he's
see
all right.
that. I did see
And
that. No,
you still get some guys out there on this turf playing in spikes, and I mean, you can
I
if you
do.
catch a spike,
That's
you're
it, yeah,
crazy.
because
I mean, that would
you can-
turn your whole.
you know
They
what?
let you wear spikes.
I can't. I
Except
have.
on the mount,
Yeah, exactly. I have to wear spikes. Here's one reason.
and that's what's dangerous.
Yeah,
I have to wear spikes because I don't have molded cleats that go with my uniform, so I have to have the spikes. But yes, those are all spikes. Those are all metal.
I'm pretty sure I see
Take a pic.
racks of cleats behind me right now, all different colors.
There's an excuse for each one. I'm
Maybe
sure.
we get you a cleat sponsor to get all different colors in here.
Oh shit, dude!
Those are dipped in gold. I don't think you could use those.
The other ones back there. Those are my stolen base one. But I will say this: that when you're stealing, you gotta slide early, or else you will fall off. So if you don't know turf, you will.
Yeah.
You could get yourself. So I definitely agree with that.
All right, let's get back to this real quick. So the Vipers beat the Los Diablos 12-7.
Did you already talk about the Aztecas one?
Getting there.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Which is the next game. The Aztecas beat the Derricks 20-4. Anything you wanted to say about it?
The home run, man.
Well, I was about to.
Okay.
We did have a home run in the Hardball 365. Mr. Robert Rowland.
Yeah, he smashed it, man.
Yeah, he sure did.
He smashed it. So it was a great hit.
And not only did he hit a home run, but he had 2 triples and a single. So
He's a fast little dude, man.
Yeah,
He's fast.
good game for him. The Lumberjacks beat the Vaqueros 12-8. Gladiators over the Drillers 21-4, and the Gamblers beat the Hitmen 12-11.
Well, it's a close game,
Close
huh?
game, yeah. I think that's Paul's team.
Okay, because
The Gamblers everywhere, huh?
Different gamblers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw there in the league
Well,
over
you
there.
got a Gamblers, you got a
Yeah.
Diablos.
I have to keep correcting people. We're not the same gamblers.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not the same one.
Watch out. We're the travel gamblers.
I know, right? Oh man. Let's see. So what else? So we got the what else we got? We got to go into the Veterans League, right? We got the veterans. You got that one?
Yes, we do, I suppose. Are you not playing veterans? I don't know. You are looking at me for stats and veterans because I don't have it.
No. I put the score right there though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Like there's a schedule and then there's a score. Like scroll down. Like yeah. One of those is a score and one's a. You want me to say it or what?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it.
I don't have anything in front of me, so I can't tell you what it was.
Here's the thing, 'cause
Excuse me. So did we change something in season 4? I'm confused.
we did, Cody. We talked about we're gonna one up every season. Right?
Opening day.
Opening day. We got to get everybody. No, here's
No, I get that, but I
oh well.
this was never my thing.
It
I
was.
cover certain things. We stick to a game plan.
Going off script here.
We
Going off
did.
script.
It's a hidden ball trick. It's
Off
a hidden
the cuff, huh?
yeah, off the cuff, man. Suicide squeeze. No, because the other thing too is, and I think that
Season 4, still working out the kinks.
there is but here's the thing. Like now you have.
You weren't practicing the off season, were you?
No, we talked about that. We did talk about that. Like, hey man, we need to get through our thing.
We never could get it together.
We did have a
Yeah.
corporate lunch. What do you call it? Corporate lunch the other day. So talking about some ideas that we have for the show, but at our favorite corporate meeting spot. But the Juan Sanchez, right? His dad. I think his dad's name Juan too, isn't it? Juan Sanchez's dad.
I think it might be.
Right. He has a veterans league, right? And so that's the league that we play in.
Mhm.
And Juan, is I think running the page, like the Facebook page and the Instagram page, which I think kind of like again going back to like what we have here is like we're able to contribute, that everybody wants to be part of that now. Like, hey, what about us? What about us? So I've always said it, if you put it out there, I'm gonna share it. So Juan has done a great job of like, I believe it's Juan that's running the social media, but he tagged us in it, and I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna talk about it. So that's why I came off the cuff on that. Sorry about that, Cody.
No, it's okay. But I agree with Bo that it's beginning of the season and we are still rusty.
Saw some rust.
I think everybody has a rust. Yeah, Tony's his name. That's right. Tony Sanchez. That's Juan's dad that runs the league, and but definitely there he's whoever's doing the social media is keeping me up on. Or keeping us up on the scores and the schedule, so I try to share it. And if you guys ever want to know where these games are and stuff like that, I always share everything to the stories. Only the like tryouts and special things I put on the actual post, but the stories got the memes, the home runs, the certain things that we're highlighting and schedules and stuff. So look for those on the stories, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. But let me jump
real quick before we get into that. Just as you're talking about memes, will we have any better meme than what happened in the USA game with kind of the Kung Fu ninja kick at second base? I mean, I've never seen such a thing in my life. I'm sorry, I just had to go there.
We were dude.
I've never seen such a thing in my life.
What about did you like the Ronte Mike the Mike fight? Did you see that?
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And again, I'm gonna shout out the page, Best Baseball in Houston, man. I mean, I try to keep up with the memes with them, but definitely if you want to see some shit talking, go to that page.
Yeah.
I mean, and there actually is it's a really good page actually if you're looking to wanting to play ball. It's a good page to say, hey, I'm out there. This is what I play. Anybody want to come pick me up?
What's the meme? What was the meme? We all know the kick. But
dude, so people did Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so
I did.
there's any one that just sticks out?
I mean, I like the one I did. I did the 300 one.
Okay.
And
okay.
I think somebody made me change it. I think Bo gave me the idea because I think I said I just had the kick, right? And then he goes like, "This is coastal," and then so it was the bullies guy kicking, kicking Choice, and so Choice was unfortunately the butt of the joke on that one, but it was funny. We all had different takes on it, and so. It's good stuff.
You see spikes, people spiking each other every once in a while. Never seen a kick.
Never.
No, that was kind of weird.
You know, when we talked about it before. When you go to the baseball field, you can always see something you've never seen before, right?
What did we see last time?
We saw a fly ball to right field.
Oh, yeah.
Runner was stealing. Runner on first, stealing second. Fly ball to right field. Right fielder catches it. Easy candy throw to first to get him out. And he's called safe because the umpire in the field said foul ball off the bat, foul ball. Didn't know where the ball went and said, sorry, it's my bad, but I called foul ball, so he gets to go back to the base.
Yeah.
Never seen that in my life. I've never seen a karate kick at second base in my life.
So when I saw that happen, everybody was like kind of confused. But that actually was the second time I seen it, and that was in Little League. And that's when it cemented for me that even when the umpire's wrong, he's right. So there's no point in disrespecting an umpire, no point in arguing. They make mistakes just like we do. I mean, they're not perfect, so, but that just shows you right there. Like, if the guy would say, oh, shit, my bad, it's not a foul ball, it's fair, nobody would argue with them. Everyone like, yeah, you're right. It wasn't a foul ball, it's fair, double play, it's an out. Nobody would argue with them. But that's part of the old school baseball. Like, hey, I call foul, and that's it. Ball's dead. Nothing we can do about it. So. It is what it is, man.
There was good form in that kick, so a good extension, good form.
So Cody does that shit. So he said that was good. I was kind of surprised with that too. I was like, yeah, that did look like a good.
I mean, he ended up with spikes across his chest.
Yeah.
When he pulled his jersey up, I mean, Choice had spikes across his chest.
Yeah.
When you see that. Maybe he does some MMA type stuff, right? But if anybody's going to kick anybody, I would assume they know how to kick, especially when you're older.
If that's your go-to.
You're not
You're
a
right.
child, right?
You're right.
So I would imagine it to be, a decent kick.
And here's the thing. Without video, without any of that, it's just a story. And it's never as good as as seeing that picture or whatever, right? So that's why I was telling everybody, hey, man, we can't always be out there, so take good video. And I'm starting to see more and more people take better video, and like Kyle was saying right now, you get more and more teams actually making these Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts to highlight the players. And then if I see something cool up there, and they tag us, boom, I'm gonna share it, and everybody gets to see it, and then, oh man, what's that team? What's going on over there? And so I think that's cool. Another thing that a manager does, like that players need to appreciate the manager, not only the time that he's taking, but he's taking the photos. I mean, one of the ones that's really big on that, man, is the Ironbirds. Hunter and I don't know who he has else helping him, but they take good photos and then they put them up on Instagram, and then he'll put some little funny quotation or something about it. But I think that's cool. That just keeps everybody motivated, and it's just another value to being on a team. To have that kind of stuff. So let's get into veterans baseball,
which I see now, and I see your name, so. We're looking at the same thing.
Yes. Well, yes, right. Mason won. It was Aztecas versus Cardenales, which is Cardinals in English. We'll get translate out here. 7-5 in the winning pitcher, Measha. Damn, this dude just winning. You just can't be stopped, man. You're like, what's that guy with the rings? Thanos. So.
You say Carlos?
Thanos. Oh, I guess I give you Carlos. Yeah. Right.
So they lied to me then. They lied to me because I had to leave that game early. I left after. I guess I left in the 6th, 5-0.
Yeah.
And they told me that they came back tied. Then we took the lead, won. So Manny got the win. So Pedro, you're selling me out over there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Juan or Tony gave you the win, but they said you're the winning pitcher, 7-5. And then we got so we don't got the results from Mexico and Indios. And then Mason 2, you got the Tigres and the Gigantes, 15-5. Man, that was a blowout.
Ooh,
that's a lot of runs.
Yeah, winning pitcher was Medrano. And then at Merrill's Canino, we got the Astros versus the Sox, 5-13. Sox won that one. Winning pitcher is Stephen B. Next one is
Stephen
Bonane. Is that Bonane?
Is that Bonane? You said White Sox? Was that White Sox?
It just says Sox.
That's Bonin?
It is, huh? Yeah, because
Yeah.
we did face him. I just remember what team he was on. Was it Sox?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Sox.
Steven Bonet.
I think he had a complete game that one, right?
Yeah, but he lost that complete game.
No. Right
Oh,
here.
this one here?
This,
It doesn't say.
I think that was a complete game win for him.
Well, he wasn't playing the Aztecas. I mean, when you play the Aztecas, he did lose against the Aztecas. So we were raking him. He didn't have a good game. He's usually pretty good. He just didn't have a good game that game.
It's a good lineup.
It is, dude.
That's a tough lineup to face.
It is, dude. I'm proud to be part of that lineup. So then we got Veracruz and the Dodgers. Dodgers win that one 10-2, and winning pitcher was Juan G. Let's see, that's 12-19. So that's boom, boom, boom. So that's it. I think I put it in there twice. I don't know why I did that. Next we got Liga Obrera AAA. All right, so we got the Cardenales del Saint. I don't know why the fuck they put the St. Louis, because they're not from fucking St. Louis. Unless
Travel team.
right? Unless SL means something else, right? But their record is 7-2, so they're number one now in the north side. And then you got the Bombers, 7 wins, 2 losses.
So they're tied. I'd say they're tied.
Yeah, that's tied for first place on the north side.
Unless they hold a tiebreaker.
Which they got, I think, 4 more games. I think they got 4 more games, so
Okay.
we'll see how that goes. Then you got Cuba. Cuba's up. They're 6-2. You got the Ramones 5-4. I'm surprised about the Ramones, man. I thought they were having a better season, but I haven't been able to keep up. JS
San
Texas.
Luis. That's what I was thinking.
What is?
Cardenales de SL.
Well,
You said St. Louis, right?
yeah. What did you say?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it means in English, but I mean, like, this is a Mexican team. Why would they be from fucking St. Louis? I'm trying to think if there was a city in Mexico that's fucking SL, but I don't. Oh, San Luis de Mexico. That's what Juan said. Oh,
Yeah.
San Luis. Okay, that
Not
makes
St. Louis, but San Luis.
See, and I don't even know. I don't even know if there's a real fucking the city in San Luis in Mexico, but maybe there is.
Because I think I confused myself a second ago. It's like, wait a minute. We're sounding the same, but I'm just going to let it go.
You know what's funny? I said it in English, you said it in Spanish. So JS Texas is 5-4, and Gulf Coast Indians 5-4, and Mexico is 3-6. And then on the south side, Cody, can you say the south side one? Let's see. Take a crack at it. Take a crack at it. I told Jordan he's got to do better on this shit. Aplandora. 2 wins, 4 losses, man. So that south side is kind of weak, man. They only got 2 wins versus the north side 7 wins. But that must be the weaker division. And then Indios, the Borre, 3-6. Reds 2-8. I don't know if the Peloteros are out or what. And then you got the Bulls 1-2, which I don't know if that's Choice's team or not. I think that's that new team that Choice has. But yeah.
So you telling me that all the South teams are at the bottom?
No.
Like standings wise? Because
well, what I'm saying is I'm saying they're a weaker division. Like I know, okay, so it's a AAA division, right? But there's two sides to it.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, you're the number 1 team. Wow.
But it says 8.
Oh, that's true.
And they're not. They're 2-4. But the Indios are 3-6. Well, I guess they have more losses.
Well, and here's the thing. See, this is what I told Jordan. I said, hey man, you need to clean this up because this is kind of screwed up. But I think it looks like they're going 1 through 12 instead of two each side, right? Because that's really how you do it when you do.
Well, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But is that a coincidence that the South there's just 8 through 12?
Who knows, man? Jordan, you gotta clear this shit up, man.
Okay.
Gotta get your shit together over there. What else we got? Oh, league records. Let's talk about that, right? What else? What was on our agenda?
I think we talked about it.
A little bit. But let me. If people don't know. HBA.
Creating a league of records so everyone's going to get recognized. It's a way to be more competitive. Put in the work. Get your name on it. Whatever you need to do.
Should we shout out a couple of the guys that are on there right now?
So it's there now.
Yeah, it's there now. Yeah. Oh, Juan says it's all one division combined.
Okay.
He said Cody's more Mexican than Mondo. I'm over here, St. Louis.
St. Louis. It's like, wait a minute, are we saying the same thing?
And I still didn't even get it when he said it. I was like, nah, we're saying something different.
The League of Records.
Mm-hmm.
So is that under league stats? Let's see.
So they already come out
League
to
records.
define what categories.
Yes,
they'll
that's what.
capture?
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about.
So, we were talking about stats earlier and like a career stat. HBA goes back to, the stats go back to 2015 when they first started, and 2017 when the Saturday League first started, which we won the championship of. I don't know if you were there.
We gotta say that. Yeah, we're the first ones. Just like you with 35
we
first
are,
ones.
Yeah, we are in the Hall of
Nothing
Records.
can take that from you.
Exactly. That's what I love about that, being the first one.
And if you're going to do it, that's when you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because, well, the teams are all great.
Get better and better.
Yeah, it has. I mean,
It really
it's
has.
crazy, because we had the tryouts, right? I know we talked a little before the show about tryouts of HHL where, you usually don't get a lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in HBA, you get 30, 40 guys. I know it's all age groups,
Yep.
right? But you get enough guys to have two teams, and you play a scrimmage, and you get to watch these guys play, and find the best guy and see if he can help your team.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So what record we got here?
Total HBA championship by team. Oh, okay. So
We got the Yard Goats. I mean, they're up there, right?
yeah, they have 4.
Yeah.
The Redbirds have 3. Ironbirds 2. Cyclones 2, but that's Sunday and Friday.
Yeah, because the league,
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
which we got the first Friday night league championship, Cyclone. So
There's another inaugural.
yeah.
Eagles have 2. Lookouts have 2. Cyclones Saturday have 1. Pelicans have 1. River Dogs have 1. I forgot about the River Dogs. Toros have 1.
So that's right
There it
there.
is, 2017. Biscuits and Hooks both have 1.
Biscuits. So.
So the River Dogs are no more. The Toros, essentially that's us. We just changed to the Pirates.
Priors, which then the River Dogs went to Naturals. Yeah.
Right. But but we stayed in Saturday. They went to different divisions.
Yeah.
Pelicans, yeah. Cyclones, everybody else. Lookouts, was that Adams' team?
That was Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the old carryover from the Open
Yeah.
in Houston Harbor.
20,
was it Lookouts?
Yeah,
2015,
that's how I met
2017.
Adam was. I was on that Lookouts.
Yeah, there's a picture in there of Adam throwing because he was. I remember I faced him the first time I played Sunday League. He was a good pitcher, but I would come when I see him with the trout. I'm like, hey man, you want to get out there and throw? Yeah.
So categories, Sunday League hitting records. We also got pitching records.
Yeah, we got both.
David Towler.
What does David Dollar got?
Lowest ERA in a season.
What is it?
1.27.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's the minimum innings?
It says right there.
45 innings pitched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's cool too about the league
That's
records. There is a minimum.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you got some guys that show up one game and
Yeah.
about 1,000.
Yeah.
you have to have those minimums.
Yeah.
Highest batting average in a season that belongs to Scott Duncan of the Yard Goats. 462.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, minimum 45 ABs. Cheo, most hits in a single season with 27. Most wins in a season, Stephen Lunsford. 9 wins.
9 wins.
Yeah.
Pitcher, right?
They
Pitcher.
ran him every
Mhm.
weekend.
He
They
was,
did, and he's a good pitcher,
Eagles,
man.
yeah.
And no, you know what? He's a natural now. He was actually pitching this Sunday.
Most home runs in a single season.
Who we got?
Any guesses?
I'm gonna go with what's his name? Ironbird guy. What's his name?
No, negative.
Oh wow.
Sunday.
Oh
league,
Sunday.
yeah.
Hmm.
This might be before your time. Chase Presley and R.J. Harris,
What do they got?
5.
Oh wow.
Most games pitched in a season. A lot of ties with 14. David Taller's in there. Lunsford's in there. Kyle Welch. Raptors. Most RBIs in a single season. Cheo's in there with 22. Hugo, he also had 22 back in 2018 with the Warriors.
Really?
Yeah. Boy, this is a lot of stuff. I don't know if I'm going to go through all this. Let's see, we got most singles.
Just go with the big ones.
Ryan Vogler, Cheo's in there too. That was last year, 2020. No, 2 years ago. Most doubles in a season, that's a Cyclone in 2017. Most triples, Tyler Lukes. 2017, these are some older years. 2016, hey, there's Adam.
Well,
most complete games in a season. Had to get that one in there. 3 games with the Cyclones in 2016.
I want to see. They don't have stolen bases. I'm gonna have to ask Adam. Hey man, put some stolen bases in there. That's probably the only league. That's probably the only stat I'll ever get in there.
Well, let's go down to Saturday real quick.
I mean,
highest average, we got Frank Mora, 650.
Oof. Yeah, minimum 40 at bats.
Yeah. There's Raul. Lowest ERA, .26 in 39 innings.
Wow.
.26, not 1, not 2. .26.
As
Wow.
in
And what's the minimum?
0.2.
What's his minimum?
0.26.
39.
39 innings. And this is all by season.
So he basically gave up 1 run, 1 earned run, in 40 innings. That's incredible.
How come we didn't? Oh, we almost won. That's right.
Almost. We're gonna lead the fucking league in almost.
Right.
Almost.
Yeah, is there an almost category? Because we'll probably fill it up. Todd LeCompte, yeah, I remember him having the most hits in a single season.
37. That's a lot,
37.
dude. With
Who's doing that book?
all right, Juan, are you cooking the book over there? Juan Sanchez, you cooking the book over there for the Pelicans?
You know, that's funny we talk about that because there's teams that I don't see in here for most strikeouts, Jeremiah. Most wins, Jeremiah. Oh, okay. So, most home runs in a season. Yeah, for Saturday, yeah, Boulay.
Boulay, yeah.
9.
9 home runs. 2020.
Yep. There's Frank again with most RBIs, 32.
32, man. That's a big number.
Most stolen bases.
There is that. Oh, 22.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm coming for you, Barry Williams.
Of the Redbirds, you remember him?
I have no idea who that is. I think Stewart made up that name.
Most singles, we did that. Most saves, Jerry Webster. We doing saves?
Most singles, Todd LeCompte, 31.
We get to the very bottom. Most triples.
Who we got most triples? Let's see.
Belongs to an Avenger.
Is it Sammy?
It's Sammy.
Ah, Sammy, Mr. Wheels, huh?
Ooh, Alfonso is tied with the most doubles
What was he have?
with Eddie and X, 7.
Wow. 7 doubles? That's it?
Hey,
You guys got to do better. 7's not enough.
One
not,
every other game.
It's not enough. You gotta get more. Dude, here's what's an interesting one here. I saw that
Well-
most strikeouts in a season, Jeremiah, 124.
yeah. Well, you know, we talked about that. That's why he won the MVP that year, and that's
Yeah.
the year that they rode him all the way to the championship.
Yeah.
Which
Man.
he's a really good pitcher. He was he was their workhorse that whole year.
Yeah. Most innings pitch, 110, Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, he has a
Yeah,
lot
he
of
pitched
pitch.
almost every inning that year.
He has most games pitched in a season. Yeah, 14 games. He's tied with Connolly.
We're really getting lost in these stats here.
You got to.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just going like, damn.
So I had
But
never
you see
looked
what
at
we were
this.
talking about
Yeah, absolutely.
earlier when we first kicked off,
Because this
right?
is
Opening
new.
day.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the new stuff that's exciting. You're going to get a lot of people talking about, hey, you got to break that record, got to have new focus.
It's
You
a
know,
focus. It does.
It's fun, right?
It puts a bar. You know what I mean? And I think that it what it does now. If you weren't practicing, now you're going to practice in the week.
Yeah.
And if you didn't practice during the off season, you're going to practice in the off season.
Now
So
you can break records that are 5 years old,
yeah,
3 years old. You know, you can get your name in there for who knows how long, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's fun.
yeah. I mean, some of these, like that strikeout record is pretty crazy. You know.
Oh, we even got the Friday night league records.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to do 365.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. We have to look at 365.
Well, you know, that has its own webpage, so
does.
it may be something over there.
So you got Eric Yielding in Friday Night League, that he had inaugural league, right? Inaugural season, I'm sorry. He has the first record, which is 486 average. And then he also has the most hits, 17. Most runs in a season is tied up with, which is not that, most home runs in a season, sorry. Kyle Posa, Brett Davies, and Reed Seeley. So that's a hot shot, that's an eagle, and that's a cyclone tied up for most home runs in a season. Most RBIs goes to a hot shot, Reed Seeley, 12 RBIs. Most stolen bases, Josue, 12. Damn, so I'm just gonna have to put in some work this season, man. I got something to look forward to. I want to do. I mean, stolen bases. I gotta do that, man. I'm old, but I gotta do that. Most singles, Eric Yielding, 16.
Why do you choose that one over the others? Are you saying that's more realistic?
For me, yes. For me, yes. Because here's what I'm saying. When you got, I've always said this, like, when you got a guy that throws 90, that's natural. That's as a Domingo Ayala says, God given. Like, you might be able to go from like 90 to 94. You might go from 70 to 78 or something like that. There's gonna be a few miles up, but you're not gonna go from like 60 to fucking 90. It's not gonna happen. And same thing with when you're faster on the bases, like Armand from the Hot Shots and Eric Yielding. I mean, their fucking speed is crazy. Like, I'm tired just looking at them run. You know what I mean? Like, they're just that fast, and so that's natural. You just, there's nothing new, and none of us here at this table can do. They gotta get to that speed. It's not gonna happen. So my raw talent is speed. You know, and so that's all I got. Like, hits, man. I might do that. I'm gonna hit the shit out of a bunch of singles, but maybe not no doubles or home runs. But let's see, most triples. 9 players tied, so we're not even talking about that. But most doubles for Friday night was Josh Wells. Shout out to Josh. Coulter, and Jose Martinez. He's a perro, which, you know, they did okay that season. Most wins in a season, Coulter, 5 wins. Another cyclone. And then most strikeouts, 66. He had 66 strikeouts. So for Friday Night League. And then innings, most games pitched in a season. You got you got Coulter, you got PJ from the Hot Shots, you got Dalton, Chris, and Matt Remacher, all 7. So they all got 7. There's like 4 or 5 way tie. And then all different teams: Cyclones, Hot Shots, Naturals. Most innings pitched, 44 by Zach. Most saves in a season, 2, PJ from the Hot Shots. And lowest ERA was .23 with 30 innings pitched as a minimum, which is Christian Maraca from the Perros. Most complete games, Coulter. Man, Coulter's in here a lot, man. And Matt, 2-2.
Well, you guys won, right? I mean, I would imagine there's a lot of Cyclones that are holding these records.
I guess it's true. I'm just amazed. But I mean, Zach's up in there a lot. So, and then Eric Yielding with most shutouts, 1. I don't know. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. I mean, that might get broken next year. But I just want to run through them quick, so give some people give a shout out to the people that are there. And what I'll do is sometime this week when I get time, I'll go there and screenshot and post it up on the stories.
Get excitement, right? Get excitement about those records that can be broken now, and get your name up on that.
But you were talking about a record a couple of weeks ago. What was your record? You said how many was it innings pitched? What were we talking about? Your career stat or something, or was it at bats? What was it? You're talking about something.
So I think we're just talking about like career stats.
Yeah, correct.
And I mean, I don't even have it memorized. I mean, it's a lot of years. From the New Jersey league, right. They kept track of all those.
But it was a number. It was like huge, and it's like until you see it on paper. Well, not on paper, but when you see it, you're like, man, that's actually a lot. You know.
Go ahead and make up something good. I mean,
I'm trying to remember. I mean, wasn't it?
It was.
I want to say it's like 970 innings pitched or something, and I'm trying to think. like I don't know, 700-800 strikeouts or something. But remember what I was looking at? I showed you the walks. That's what I'm proud of because I hate walking people. Out of all those innings, I always try to keep a very low on my walks.
Yeah. No, I think
No free passes.
If I walk a guy in a game, you got to get me out of there. Something's wrong.
Frank's in the house. Frank must have heard that we were talking about him. He's like, "Hey, man, did you guys shout me out or what?"
We did, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but it's cool, man. Like you said, it's something that you look forward to and you get excited about, and especially when I think something that gets kind of forgotten, and it's easy for us old guys to talk about it, is like the longevity, man. We've been playing this game for a long time, and we're still playing it. Where I see some of these guys that are young, I'm like, you're not gonna last that long. You're gonna either quit this after a year or two because you're not gonna be able to hang, health wise, you know. And it's expensive, right? Between all the seasons, traveling, and all the equipment and shit, it gets real expensive. But it's also, keeping yourself healthy.
Yeah,
You know?
it's commitment just like anything else.
Yeah, big time commitment. I think we're good, right, Cody? We covered everything we needed to cover.
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Measha?
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay, here we go.
Give me like 2 minutes.
Give me 2 minutes. Okay, let's see what are we gonna.
Okay, I'll go less than that. I'll go ready right now. So this is though going back to New Jersey.
Okay.
Probably 11 seasons up there maybe. Before I moved down here, in 2012.
11 seasons, you said?
Probably around 11 seasons.
Okay.
So if we're looking at pitching, let's see. Sorry, smaller phone. So 87 and 42. So 87 wins, 42 losses.
Wow.
942 innings.
Damn, that's crazy.
942 innings. 812 strikeouts, 160 walks.
Wow.
That is experience.
2.91 ERA.
Damn.
I'll take it.
Career, that's good.
Under
That's fun.
3? Yeah,
That's fun.
no problem.
Career, man. Career.
It's fun. I need to figure out how to get the years down here merged
Combine
together,
them,
right?
yeah, I know.
Because, like you're saying, all these years that we playing and against each other, and just all these fun memories and stats.
I think
that's gonna pick up what Adam did.
Yeah, he's gonna pick up.
That's gonna have a lot of people talking.
We started talking about and that was Cinder talking after the game, after the no-hitter game by Pedro.
Yeah.
That it'd be nice if we had like a Hall of Fame, right? But it's hard because I don't want to not include like because you cannot talk about Houston baseball without talking the Mexican leagues because so many of us started from there. But there's no stats, right? So all you're doing is going, well, we all kind of vouch for that guy. That guy should be in the Hall of Fame. We all vouch for that guy because we know he's been playing around and whatever. But it's all our memory. We're here. We can point to something and go, yeah, man, you've been playing in here. It's like you said, you could point right there, and you hadn't played there.
They have that here. They actually had that in New Jersey in Mitch Miles' league. They had that where, and you had to get voted in. But it's cool. It's like it's an honor. They would have a dinner, or I lived down here when it happened for me. But I mean, just a huge honor, to get recognized in front of your peers and your brothers in baseball that way.
Yeah, because the thing is, man, you're trying to compare. You're trying to compete and run your peers. You're not. I'm not comparing myself to Barry Bonds or any of those guys, right? I'm comparing myself to my peers and what my little pool says. And so, I think it's awesome. I mean, it'd be awesome if we knew somebody here, man, and if anybody knows somebody that could put a website together where we can upload all our stats, no matter what league you play in, you're able to like kind of keep track of your career. That'd be something, right? Like whether you play Mexican League, and because to me it's like we play in so many different leagues, and like you said, combine them, right? Like, hey, this is what I played in New Jersey, and combine my Houston stuff too, Because I thought of like I wish it was an app that would kind of do that. You can keep a career long thing, but
the only issue with that is stats. They're a sacred thing, right? But not anybody can just keep stats, right? What you think is a hit is not in somebody else's eyes, right? Or an error, or this and that, right? Things get skewed, We've seen it firsthand.
Especially in some of the, I'm gonna say I've seen it a few times in the lower division stuff. They're a little more generous with the hits, and if things go good for us here in a couple of weeks, we should have somebody that will be able to be an expert in that field of
expertise.
and scorekeeping.
Scorekeeping?
Yeah.
Scorekeeping, thank you. I was trying to figure out what I was saying. And scorekeeping, so hopefully we'll be able to get some of that stuff out there. But
I mean, you can't argue a strikeout, right? You know that's
You
going
can,
to
but
be
I mean,
there,
you see books. I mean, even when you go side by side in the box score,
yeah,
you
like
see
hey,
those
this
differences.
is a different game.
Yeah,
What
I
the hell are
mean,
you watching?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see it all the time, or you see people protecting their hitters, protecting their pitchers, kind
Yeah.
of things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
definitely see that.
yeah,
Until you get a score from a league signed scorekeeper that's doing one book for both teams, that's really the only way to keep it pure.
And we've talked about trying to, but here's the thing: when you start talking about that, you're talking about more money,
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about, you already see the fees. You're in the 300 in HHL. You're 250, 260, whatever in HBA. Sometimes 280, whatever it is, and then. Mexican League, by the time you do the $5 or whatever, like, you're 100 and something, 200 something, whatever. Coastal, same thing. And when you start to put those together, well, now you want to get official scorekeeper. Well, boom.
Yeah.
It was sort of like another one that what was his name? Matt Replinger. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he's out there in Denver, and he does the Denver Browns. And we got to meet him here at the Coastal Classic, and he was the official scorekeeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the official scorekeepers for the Coastal Classic. And it was, but to me, that's an added value to the Coastal Classic. I mean, the thing that I think a lot of people forgot about the Coastal Classic was like, yeah, there was, you can argue about some disorganization, right? But you had an official scorekeeper, which I don't see that a lot in many leagues, and you also had video of it. I mean, there was
Commentary.
yeah,
right?
color commentary,
Color
right?
commentary.
And I mean, we were there trying to film live shows, but it was difficult because I can only pick one. Like, I got to do this one or go to that one.
Yeah.
But Dunn, had, like you said, commentary. They had a guy there talking like, "Hey, man," and which is, I was one of these games I went to go do. I was telling Cody I was practicing it. I was getting the hang of it. I did a lot better than I thought I would, right? But I go, man, if he was there, like, he would help me along, and we would do it. So maybe this season 4, we do a little live commentary somewhere. We'll see how it goes, but just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Because if you try to take it too serious, you're gonna screw it up. You're gonna be like too hard on yourself.
Yeah, you'll fall flat on your face.
But I can see
it's like we'll be the rec league of the bouncers.
Well, eventually get to.
What do you expect here?
Exactly.
But I definitely like to do like a me him announce it, and then maybe have like something like you come sit down. Hey, what do you think about the game? What do you think is going on? And then you go back into the dugout or whatever and get your game going. But
Like, you're interviewing coaches, you're interviewing players.
come in, just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Just sit there and bullshit and whatever. But we'll see how it goes. But see, what's tough is we're ballers too. We play it too. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, man, I'd rather be playing this, so it's kind of hard to balance. Because what's kind of cool is I've had different people go, hey, man, can you come over here? Can you come over here? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to, man, but I'm actually playing that around that time or whatever. But if there's time, we'll make it. If there's not, it is what it is. But we'll definitely try to keep Houston baseball going up. So what hats we got right here?
Just giving shouts out to the people as they go. So we got Stealth.
Okay.
We got Gamblers. We got USA.
Keep adding.
Yeah, scoot it over.
Yeah, it was an honor, I'm telling you, to be on that USA team with those guys and the talent and what was happening. We got where it originated was my Blue Jay team, New Jersey, and then also played on the Blue Jay team here after what was that? I guess that's when Pete and the Oilers went to the Cyclones, I guess, and then I played a season on the Blue Jays.
I remember the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that was Stephen B's.
Yep,
Stephen B's squad.
Mm-hmm. I think that's was Lawrence on that? I think Lawrence was on that team.
Yeah.
He was
on that team.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Perez brothers.
Yeah, the Perez brothers. That's what we were arguing about that day. The Perez brothers, RP1, RP2.
Yeah. RP1, RP2, RP3.
Oh, man. Okay, cool. Anything else before we close it up?
I'm just giving a shout out again to you guys, and hopefully everyone listening continues to give shout outs to you guys, because what you guys do for Houston baseball is really awesome. The fact that, it's not dedicated to one league, one season, one team. This is covering Houston baseball.
Yeah.
And it creates a lot of excitement. So
yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me. It's an honor. It's actually an honor to be here.
You were comfortable.
But you earned it, though. The
Opening
bottom
day.
line, you earned it, and that's your seat right now.
Exactly.
Because
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you
you're
earned
here
it
for a reason.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean-
Storm's coming. I'm excited.
And that's the thing. We try to make that seat right there, mean something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get on the show, you want to come and talk baseball, you got to earn it. You got to win the championship. You got to be an MVP or something, whatever it is. You got to do something. And
Well, we talk about records, right? You want your name on here, or you can also want to sit in that
Yeah.
chair too.
yeah, definitely. So we got some cool things coming up in season 4, and we're just gonna keep pushing, man. Everybody stay healthy. Everybody stay healthy.
Opening day, got to keep it going.
Well, that's just it. They don't call it mid-season form for nothing.
Yeah.
So if you didn't
Yeah.
have a good weekend, it's a long season.
Yeah.
Stay healthy.
Okay. Last words. That's it?
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Opening day, have a fun year, and let's get some MLB back too.
Yeah, I know, man.
Jeez.
But you know what's okay? They can watch us.
There you
right?
go. There you
we
go.
could be the MLB. We could
Or
be the
send
show.
us to 'em.
Hey, well, let's try and get some guys out here to play. Hey,
Yeah.
you need to stay warm.
Hey, anybody got Altuve's number? Tell him, come on. Tell him I got a spot for him in the Pirates, man.
It's not quite the Rice facility that they're at right now, but
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
we'll get you some at bats.
You might see Correa. We'll get Correa. We'll get some of the Astros over here, right?
Come out and see McGrady this
Yeah,
year when
we
he comes
are.
to pitch. I'll try to get you guys maybe a schedule when he's pitching.
Cool. Yeah, let us know, man. Definitely go out
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
we'll film that one for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, good night.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Bye.
See ya.
Sweet.